begin qualification match number 5 for DCI Qualifier 1. As the Red Alliance has already scored a specimen onto the chamber, that is a lot of points in autonomous. And they then immediately go over to park in the observation zone for extra ascent points. As it looks like over on the blue lines, we also have 2, 5, 7, 80. Additionally, going over to score 1. Can they score 2? They can unfortunately do not have enough time to score 2 specimens on the high chamber.
3, 2, 1.
And as the teleoperated period of the match begins, all 4 robots immediately start zooming across the field to pick up as many elements as they can and score as high as they can. 2, 5, 7, 80, not wasting any time, immediately pushing all 3 samples from the autonomous period into the observation zone, hoping to score as high as possible. It's easy to push as many of those samples into the observation zone as you can so that the human player can clip as many of the clips onto the samples as they can and turn them into specimen. And 2, 5, 7, 80 scoring a second specimen on the high chamber, picking up a third. Scoring a third. This team is just going back and forth as fast as they can, unfortunately missing 1 specimen and launching it into the human player zone. Meanwhile, over on the Red Alliance, we have 26079 going over to score a specimen into the high basket. Can they do it? They are successful. They now have 2 specimen in the high basket. As their alliance partners, 6341 going over to score. Over on the Blue Alliance, we have 1 sample in the basket. It looks like 2, 5, 7, 80's alliance partners trying to score a second. Are they successful? They are successful. They now have 2 samples in the high basket. 4 specimen on the blue chamber. And we enter the endgame period of the match. The Blue Alliance unfortunately knocking out 2 of the samples from the chamber onto the field. 2, 5, 7, 80 going to pick up another sample from the submersible. As we have 5 seconds left in the match, it looks like 6406 going to hang on the first ascent bar. Are they successful? They are. It looks like they are successful from here.
At 69 to 69, we have a tie.
That's impressive.
1, go!
And we begin the autonomous period for the 9th qualification match out of 29. Immediately over on the Red Alliance, we have Mechanical Mafia going to score a red specimen onto the high chamber, which they do successfully score and park in the observation zone. That is immediately 13 points for the Red Alliance, as well as another 10 points once we get into the teleoperated period of the match. Remember that samples and specimens scored in the autonomous period score again
Drivers,
in the
pick up your controllers.
In the teleoperated period of the match.
3, 2, 1.
We begin the teleoperated period of the match as all 4 robots immediately start moving as 17477 immediately going over to score a blue specimen onto the high chamber. 14691 going over to pick up a sample from the from their net zone and hoping to score it into the high chamber. Let's see if they're successful in doing that. As over on the Blue Alliance, we have 17477 going over to put a blue sample into the observation zone, hoping to turn it into a specimen. Let's see if they can successfully score a specimen. And we have 14691 going over to pick up another sample from the submersible. And it looks like Digigators is having some issues with the robot. The robot is not moving right now. Once again, let us hope that they can get everything figured out. 14691 almost knocking the robot over. It looks like they had a tiny bit of force potentially knocking the robot over, but they were successful in keeping upright as they went over to the other side of the field to pick up more and more samples from the submersible. And we have 17-477 looking to score another specimen onto the high chamber, and they do successfully score another specimen as we enter the end game period of the match. That's the last 30 seconds. And we have VI bots demonstrating their massive vertical extension as they score another sample into the high basket. And we have 17-477 looking to hang with a level 2 ascent, and they are successful in doing so. As 26079 trying to park in the observation zone for a level 1 ascent.
On the score of 68-40, the Red Alliance takes this win. A 13.0 point autonomous period, a 15.0 point teleop ascent, a 20 to 55 point other teleop, and a 5.0 point foul. 3, 2, 1, go!
Qualification match number 12, and we immediately have 26079 scoring a red specimen onto the high chamber. As over on the blue lines, we have 11534 going over to score a sample into the high basket. As their alliance partners, 27075 immediately also scoring another blue specimen onto the bar. It is not, however, fully clipped on, so it may fall off, but it also might not. That is scored right now, I believe, as per the rules.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
Blue Lions has the lead as we enter the tele-operated period of the match. It looks like 27075 going over to pick up a blue specimen from the observation zone, hoping to score it on the high chamber. And their alliance partners, Bot Brigade, Kortic, immediately going over, looking to score a sample into the high basket, which they are successful in, and are now going across the field, looking to pick up the red team's autonomous samples on the ground. And they are successful. Let's see if they can score a third sample, and they do. They score 3 samples into the high basket as their alliance partners, Technologic, going to pick up a blue specimen, hoping to score it. It looks like, unfortunately, the blue specimen from the autonomous period did fall off and fall into the submersible. And team 26079 is so back as the robot starts moving again. It was stopped for the first section of the match and are now moving. And we have 27075 going over to score a second specimen on the high chamber. Are they successful as their alliance partners? 11534 going over to pick up another sample from the submersible as we enter the end game period of the match. 27079 going over to pick up a sample from the red observation zone and score it into the net zone, which they are successful in doing for those extra points. 27075 going to score another sample into the low basket for extra points. It's 6 points for the low basket, 8 points for the high basket. And it looks like we have a level 1 ascent for blue, level 1 ascent for red.
With a new high score of 105-41. With a 29-point to 13-point autonomous period, a 3-point to 3-point teleop ascent, a 58-point to 25-point other teleop, and a 15-0-point foul. This pushes team 27075 into first. 3, 2, 1, go!
Qualification match number 23, 26079. The Vibots wasting no time as they immediately score a blue specimen on the high chamber. And on the Red Alliance, it's Frost Falcons immediately going over for a park in the observation zone.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
The tele-operated period of the match has just begun, and we see 26079 looking to pick up a sample from the ground. As on the Red Alliance, we have Fairfax Robotics instantly scoring a sample in the low basket. Vibots once again demonstrating their mighty power of their vertical linear slides, scoring a sample in the high chamber of the basket. Frost Falcons using their very fast top-down spinning intake looking to pick up another sample from the submersible zone. As we have Vibots once again with their impressively wired linear slides, looking to score another sample in the high basket. It looks like Vibots has a very interesting dual claw mechanism where they use one claw to pick up a sample and another claw to transfer it into their outtake as the endgame period of the match begins. And Frost Falcons once again scoring another sample in the low basket. As each team scrambles looking for a level 1 ascent.
At a score of 31-31, we have a tie. 3-point auto to 13-point auto, 0-point tele-op percent across the board, and a 28-point to an 18-point other tele-op. 3, 2, 1, go!
Qualification match number 26. 26079, not wasting a single second as they instantly score a blue specimen onto the high chamber and go park in the observation zone for those extra points.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And we begin the tele-operated period of the match. Two, 5, 7, 2, 4, looking to score a low or a sample into the low basket, which they are successful with. As they go back to the submersible, looking to pick up another sample from the submersible. And we have Gators looking to demonstrate their insanely fast intake as they instantly pick up a sample and dump it into their basket soaring system. With 10 seconds remaining until the endgame period of the match, Blue has the lead. Let's see if the endgame period can, or how that lead can shift as we enter the endgame period. And Gators successfully scoring a sample in the net zone for the Red Alliance. As Vibots looks to score one final specimen on the low chamber.
with a score of 18 to 49. The Blue Alliance takes it with a 0 point to 13 point autonomous period, a 0 point to 3 point teleop percent, a 13 point to 33 point other teleop, and a 5 point to 0 point foul. 2, 1, go!
The first playoff match of the day of DCI number 1 qualifier. It looks like we have one team from the Red Alliance and one team from the Blue Alliance, both parked in their observation zone for the extra autonomous points.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
The Red Alliance starting the match with a slight lead from the points they gained by scoring a specimen on the high chamber in the autonomous period of the match. The Vibots looking to grab another sample, hoping to increase their score even further. An FTA has been called. Let us hope that every single thing is going perfectly with the teams. We want everything to be good. We want no robot issues. We want clean matches, no penalties. (23.888), the Frost Falcons going to pick up another sample from the submersible zone. And they successfully score a sample in the low basket. That is 6 extra points for the Blue Alliance. And the Red Alliance has 1 sample in the high basket, as well as 2 other samples in the net zone. Right now, the Red Alliance has the lead, but let's see how the endgame period of the match will affect that lead. Now, in the end game period of the match, it looks like the Blue Alliance has scored a blue specimen on the high chamber, as the Red Alliance has also scored a red specimen on the low chamber. In the last couple seconds of the match, team scrambling. Looks like 6406 might have gotten a level 2 ascent.
Team 6406 and Team 26079 advance to playoff match number 3, where they will be the Blue Alliance. They win with a score of 93 to 28, a 15 point to 3 point autonomous period, a 30 point to 0 point teleop percent, a 33 point to 25 point other teleop, and a 15 point foul. 3, 2, 1, go!
Playoff match number 3, the First Alliance versus the Fourth Alliance. We begin the autonomous period of the match. 27075 gets a red specimen onto the high chamber. As on the Blue Alliance, we have one of the robots parked in the observation zone.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And we begin the tele-operated period of the match. 26079, not wasting any time, going over straight to pick up a blue sample off the ground, as their alliance partners 6406, the First Tech Coyotes, are doing the same. Meanwhile, over on the Red Alliance, we have 27075, the Technologic, also getting another red specimen onto the high chamber, earning them 10 more points for the Red Alliance. Scores are very equal, as 2 samples have been scored in the net zone of the field. (26.079), the Vibots looking to score a blue specimen on the low chamber. Meanwhile, over on the Red Alliance, we have the Bot Brigade Cortic looking to pick up a yellow sample. With their impressive transfer system, they make it out or onto their outtake and successfully score it in the high basket. Bot Brigade Cortic showcasing their very, very impressive transfer system. It looks like it's 2 claws, 1 claw for the intake, 1 claw for the outtake, and it looks like they link to each other as they go over to pick up another sample from the observation zone. As we enter the end game period of the match, Red has the lead. Let us see if Blue can overcome that lead. And it looks like First Tech Coyotes is looking to get a level 2 hang. Let's see if they're successful. As Bot Brigade Cortic looking to pick up one more sample, hoping to get one more cycle out before the end of the match.
With a score of 108 to 27, the Red Alliance advances to playoff match number 7, where they will stay in the Red Alliance, and the Blue Alliance moves on to match number 5, where they will become the Red Alliance. The score of 108 to 27 breaks down as a 13-point to 5-point autonomous period, a 3-point to 18-point teleop percent, a 92-point to 4-point other teleop, and 0 points of fouls. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, who's ready for playoff match number 5?
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And Red begins the teleop period of the match with one sample in the baskets or in the net zone. The Vibots looking to pick up a red sample from the ground, scoring it in the net zone. It looks like they've gotten it in the net zone. Meanwhile, on the Blue Alliance, we have Howard Robotics scoring a blue sample in the low basket. That's 6 extra teleop points. As on the Red Alliance, we have the team that shall not be named scoring a red specimen on the low chamber. Vibots once again picking up another red specimen from the observation zone, and they bring it over to the submersible and hang it on the level 1 chamber for those teleop points. The live scores are very equal as we head into the last 30 seconds of the match, where teams can get ascent points for hanging their robot on the bars. The First Tech Coyotes looking to score a yellow sample in the high basket.
With a score of 86 to 16, the Red Alliance moves on to match number 8 as the Blue Alliance. And unfortunately, we must say thank you, but goodbye to the Blue Alliance of Alliance number 6, Team 17394 and Team 20257. Our point breakdown is a 12-point to 0-point autonomous period, a 30-point to 0-point teleop percent, a 29-point to 16-point other teleop, and a 15-point to 0-point foul. Once again, Alliance number 4, we will see you in blue in match number 8. But let's give a warm round of applause to Alliance number 6 as we say farewell. Let's prepare for diving into the deep in 3, 2, 1, go!
It's playoff match number 8. All 4 robots on the field are immediately moving in the autonomous period of the match. Dragoneers gets a yellow sample in the high basket for the Red Alliance as their alliance partners Cyber Chaos does get a red specimen on the high chamber.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And we begin the tele-operated period of playoff match number 8. Dragoneers gets a second yellow sample in the high basket. First Tech Coyotes looking to use their active spinning intake to pick up another yellow sample from the ground. And over on the Red Alliance, we have Cyber Chaos looking to score another red specimen on the high chamber for 10 extra points for the Red Alliance. The Red Alliance has gotten into this groove. One robot scoring in samples, one robot scoring specimen on the chamber. First Tech Coyotes successfully scores a yellow sample in the net field, or in the net zone. Engineered Chaos utilizing their engineering in their name to pick up this specimen as quickly as they can. Scoring more and more. It looks like we have 6 specimen on the high chamber for the Red Alliance. And over on the Blue Alliance, we have 2 blue specimen looking to be scored on the low chamber, as a third does get on the low chamber. This is once again going to be another very high scoring match.
With a new event high score of 184, we have Alliance number 2 moving on to match number 9, where they will be in blue. And let's give a gracious round of applause to Alliance number 4, captained by Team 6406, for a wonderful performance today. Our points breakdown is a 18-point to 5-point autonomous period, a 30-point to 15-point teleop percent, a 121 to 23 other teleop, and a 15-point to 0-point foul.